Hi Stampers, it's Gigi with StampFUNatics, and today I have this cute little card that we're going to make. It's a nice fun fold card, and I wanted to tell you about the Butterfly Bouquet early release. If you haven't heard about it by now, I'm sure you have, but I just wanted to show you that it's going through March 2nd all the way until May 3rd, and this will be in our new annual catalog. So you can get your hands on it early and you can go ahead and start playing around with this. This comes with a beautiful stamp set. This is one big actual die. And then there is a big, let me show you the dies and the paper. And I'll go through all of that with you. But these are the dies that come with the set. Look how many there are. There's one huge large one that does the background stamp that you're going to get, and also has all these individual intricate ones, a lot of different sizes from the tiniest butterfly all the way through. There's also some of these little, looks like a brick background. There's a couple small butterflies. There's sort of like a little hashtag thing, and then there's some dots or circles or whatever. So you have lots of cool shapes to play around with. This suite also comes with this Butterfly Bijou, I guess it's called. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. 6x6 Designer Series paper. And I just wanted to show you it. And the very first one, I just wanted to show you this huge die fits right over there. So you can run these through and you can go ahead and have all of your butterflies already cut, which is what I've been doing. And then I just kind of put my extra ones in here. And let me show you the beautiful paper. Besides that, all of our paper is two-sided. So this is one side, and then the back is this. And then you have these two. Look at beautiful butterflies, or you get this nice background. There is another beautiful background. This is one that we're going to be using today with this beautiful butterflies. I mean, the paper is amazing. But here's the important part for you to remember. This paper will not be available in the new catalog. So it's going away by May 3rd. So if you love it as much as I do, I mean, it is so beautiful. Let's see, let me just show you the rest. You want to grab as many packs as you can now because you'll just be making a ton of cards like I am. And I'm going to show you at the end of this video a lot of more ideas that I've been doing and playing around with this. Okay, the other things that you need to know for today is I will be using two stamp sets. And this one is Springtime Joy. I'm going to be using this little bunny for this. Or maybe he's a lamb, I'm not sure. Anyway, and then the Butterfly Gala, which we've had in our old annual catalogs, and it's still available for you. I'm also using this one because I wanted to say a little note, because that's generic and we can use little cards, and then on the inside we can put if it's a birthday, an anniversary, a thinking of you, or whatever it may be. And we're also going to be using the Stitched So Sweetly dies. I love these dies. I use them all the time. They have a lot of rectangled scallop dies. We're going to be using the third largest down today to cut our little guy out with. And then you have all of these great ones that layer nicely for sayings. So this is another one you want to add to your little supplies of crafting material. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to do. I'm going to get out my stamping trimmer. If you don't have one of these, you need to get one because these are great for for cutting your paper and also for scoring your paper. You have two things. One's a cutter, the dark one, the light one's the scoring tool. All right, so for this fun fold card, I'm using a half a piece of cardstock. So this measures 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to score it as we usually do at 4 1/4. Make sure you have your scoring tool, not your cutting. And then we're going to go down to 2 1/8. So that is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's an eighth right there. I just usually count it out to the half and then I'll know. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and fold that. So we fold it like we do our normal card. But then we're going to fold back on that other creased line to the corners for the front of our card. Let me just get my bone folder because this is going to be thick and we want to make sure we've got it creased well. Okay, so that is how our fun fold card is going to open. All right, now we need a piece of the designer series paper, and I'm choosing this one because these colors go beautiful. This is a piece of So Saffron, and I loved the colors in this, and I'm going to show you how to cut this paper down. So I'm going to bring my trimmer back in. I want my butterflies going this way, so I'm going to cut off the bottom, and I'm going to just cut it at 5.5. So I'm taking a 1/2 inch off. Let me make sure I've got my measurements. 5.25, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, so right there. So we'll have 5.25, and we're going to have this little piece that we're going to save later to put inside our card. Okay, then we're going to turn this, and for the first panel, which is the front panel, this is 1 7/8. So I'm going to go 1, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, right in there. And that's going to fit on the front of the card like that. We'll glue that on in a minute. Okay, then I'm going to keep going across, and I'm going to go to 3.25. This is going to be the front panel of our card. So it's 3.25. And we're going to cut it to 4.5. And there we go. So we just have tiny little pieces left over, and we're going to use one of them. The other ones you could put back in your pack, and you can use it again for later. So I've cut another piece of cardstock, and this is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. And that's going to be the front panel for our card. So we have all our pieces now. And let's get rid of this. I'm going to get some of my liquid glue. And we're going to go ahead and glue the back here of the butterfly piece. This paper has been so fun to play with. You're going to love it. Okay, and I'm just going to place that in the middle. Kind of space that. That's why I like the liquid glue, so I can wiggle it around. Okay, and that'll be the front. And then this we're going to glue to this piece, only I'm going to use this on the top this time. So you use one piece of the designer paper to make a card, and you get, I believe it's 8 of each print. I mean, there are a lot in here. Okay, so that'll be ready to go on our card. And then I have a white piece that I want to put on the bottom, which will be on the inside of my card. And I'm going to take, like I said, the butterfly. I'm going to cut that down. This measures 4 by 5.25, so I'm going to measure that down to 5.25. And I'll just put a little glue on the back. I'm going to put the butterfly showing on the inside, but you can do whatever you like. All right. And I'm going to put that right on the inside edge of my card. Oops, a little glue there. Okay, don't fight me. Here we go. See, with liquid glue, you can keep repositioning it, and that's why I like it. Okay, and then I'm going to just put some glue on the back. And this will be on the inside of our card. You'll have plenty of room to still write your greeting or stamp a greeting, whatever you want to say. I'm just going to measure that and just kind of make it all the way around the same. And just give it a nice crease again. Okay, so we're going to put that aside, and we're going to start stamping. So I want to take our little lamb and the Memento black ink, and then the saying, a little note, and a piece of white, our basic white paper. So let's go ahead and ink that up. And let's stamp it. Let the ink release a minute. And then we're going to take our little note, again in black Memento, and I'm just going to, get that little smear there. I'm just going to layer this right on top of our guy. close up our ink because this will dry out. And then I'm going to go back to the Stitch So Sweetly die. It's the third largest. I'm going to take that, leave a little room on the bottom because I am going to embellish it with a little butterfly later. So bring it down there and run it through your machine. So I've already done that, and you have this. And then we want to color. So I'm going to get a little piece of paper here. And here's my Stampin' Blend markers, which are alcohol-based and go beautiful. Dry almost instantly, which I love, so they won't smear. I'll just put my die back so I don't lose it. Okay, I'm going to be using light Highland Heather, light Granny Apple Green, light So Saffron, light Balmy Blue, some light Smoky Slate. And the Smoky Slate, I'm just kind of going over the outlines here to give it a little depth, and light Flirty Flamingo. And so it's pretty much just I took the ballpark point of my marker and just color. And you know how to color flowers. The leaves are just these little ones that we're going to do in Granny Apple Green. And then I'll show you the light Smoky Slate that I just kind of went over these a little bit just to emphasize them a little more. And you get the idea. So I won't sit here and color the whole time. I have done one already for you. So it's finished. Voila. The magic of video. And the important part is to show you the card and show you a bunch more ideas. So here we go. All right. So when I glue this on, and I am going to glue it flat because we have a lot of layers on this card already. We don't want to make it too heavy for the mail. We're just going to kind of place that in the center, maybe down just a little bit. Oops, it's kind of slid on me there. There we go. All right. And then I have my butterflies already cut out from the big one. This is like, I still have 2 more left, and you'll see all the other cards that I've made, and then you'll realize why. Let me get some Stamping Dimensionals and my paper snips. And these little borders around the outside edge is what I've been using. So I just come around and get one of those. I don't think I snapped. I didn't cut that all the way through because we're almost at the edge here. And I'm just going to cut it a little narrower, because this is a small butterfly, and right here I've creased it in the middle, and I'm just going to put my dimensional right on that crease, and then I'm going to add it towards the top of the card, but this way the wings can still pinch up like that, so he looks like he's flying. Okay, then I'm going to put him on my card with a little glue, and because I'm only putting it on this part, I don't want to glue this whole thing. I'm going to look at it, and just on the left side there in the back, I'm going to add my glue. And then I'm going to line it up so that I see a little border all the way around. And when I get it where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and press that down. Look on the back, make sure you don't have any glue. Let's give that a nice crease again to get that glue. All right, and that's going to be your card. And then I thought it needed just a little bit of embellishments, which I love to do. So this is called Butterfly Gems, and you get them in all different colors. So let's see what color would go well. I still think I like, let's see. I'm going to put this purple one on because of the purple flower. That's kind of a focal there. And then maybe I'll add, just like I did on the other one, just some bright, vibrant colors. We have some oranges in the paper, so I think I'll just put that in there too. Oops. Let's see, he was kind of over here. And then I think I just put a pale one over here, just so they look like they're kind of flying around. Okay, and that's our card. Isn't that cute? I actually got this idea online. I haven't thought of it myself. The girl was Marcy Bessiger. I believe she's in the UK. But let me show you some other card ideas that I've been doing. And again, I've just been picking this up from from her and some are from other demonstrators. But this one I used one of the larger butterflies, same idea, and I used the Stitch So Sweetly rectangle dies, just layered them, and then went ahead and made the saying here. Did the same thing here with these beautiful blues and purples. Then this one I loved with black. And what I did here was I actually used the big die. Let me show you the dies again. Okay. At the bottom of the pile. Okay, I just took a piece of the designer paper and cut a little square and put it under how big the shape is that I wanted. I think this one might have been this one. And then I went and cut the same size shape because all of these match up the shapes, if you can see. There's one for every butterfly. Okay, so then I did that in black, and I did the underneath one in the designer paper. So I'm using the designer paper and dies only. I haven't even used the stamp set, and I don't know, the stamp set does not come with any sayings, so I might not even get it. I'm not really sure, but if you want both, go ahead and get them and you'll save 10% for the bundle. But I love this, and if you can see, I don't know if you can, but I put Wink of Stella, which gives it sparkle, and I did it on all the butterflies. I don't know if you can see, but I can add some to this butterfly. Let's see, maybe it'll show up. I'll bring it up close to the camera, and I just kind of went around the whole thing so that when you hit the light right, can you see the sparkle? So pretty. And I did that on all my butterflies because I wanted them all to sparkle. Okay, now this last one was another cool one that I saw online. This was one of the larger butterflies that you'll get in that die, and you just pinch it and then open your card this way. And this is the classic label punch. All I did was put my regular card base, and then I put a piece of the designer paper on, which was 4 by 5 1/4, and this measures 4 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then I just slid my punch. I think I still have it out. Yes, I do. Okay. I just slid it all the way in. Oh, I have a butterfly there. I guess I can't get in, but you can see I slid it all the way to the back, which gave me an area there to punch. And I just punched through it. And then I took my butterfly, I added glue dots to this one, and I just went like this, glued it in, and then opened it up. And that's what keeps your card closed. And again, the same little note, and then also the rectangle dies out of the Stitch So Sweetly. So here you have a ton of ideas of what you can do with just paper and dies. And then I just wanted to do something cute with a stamp set too. So there you go. If you need any of these products, you can go to StampFUNatics.com and go ahead and find my PDFs there that'll show you how to make the one that I showed you today, and also give you all of the codes and things to order this beautiful paper and the butterfly dies. And don't forget, you can only have till May 3rd, and then the paper will not be coming out with the new catalog. So you can see how much you can do with this paper. I would definitely get the paper and see how much you want of it. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. I had fun with you, and if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And also, I have a newsletter that comes out every week where I give ideas, give videos, give you Stampin' Up! News and any specials that they're running or I am. And you can also sign up for my newsletter at StampFUNatics.com. Thanks, and have a great day.